My name is Q. I'm an event producer in the entertainment industry. This podcast is me and my colleagues talking about how we got into the business, offering career advice, and just chatting about whatever's happening in the world today. Please enjoy.
What up, bro?
What's up, my man? How are you? Oh, bro, I didn't recognize you. Seeing right through you. How you been?
Chilling, bro.
That's awesome, man. Oh, man, I really appreciate you hopping in on this, man, especially last minute, brother. I think it's going.
Oh, you good, man? No, we ain't really got shit to do during COVID.
I understand. Are you working from home?
Yeah. Well, my job is kind of unique. So, like, I work in the marketing department for Wingstop.
Mm-hmm.
So, my team, we do like activation stuff. So, like, we'll try to do activations now, but like since the COVID stuff, we can't really do as much activations as possible. But yeah, but for the most part, I'm working from home.
Gotcha. And you're stationed in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are you from? Initially from?
Houston, Southwest.
Okay. A-Leaf, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on the podcast. I'm just gonna do my little spiel right quick, then we'll just go right into it. Okay? It shouldn't be like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Awesome. Welcome to another episode of the Q It Up podcast. I have a special guest on the line today. I had the opportunity working with this brother with the Houston Rockets for a couple of seasons. This man has gone and changed his life around and became a whole new person. Don't even recognize this guy. About 300 pounds later or whatever, man. He is the CrossFit king. He's working at Wingstop, making changes. Doing big things in the marketing department and also doing freelance photography. I love to welcome to the stage, Eli. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, man? Appreciate you for having me.
Awesome, man. How do you pronounce your last name?
Ibrahim. I've heard different names. Ibrahim.
Okay, awesome. Man, first of all, I just want you to take this opportunity to tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got started in the entertainment industry.
Eli, 33, from Houston, Texas. Went to school out here in Dallas. So kind of once I graduated, I kind of went back and forth, and then I just decided to stay in Dallas because that's where I got like most of my network at. As far as the industry, once I got done with college, one of my good friends from high school, Cedric, was interning with the Rockets. And I was like, damn, man, I want to get on with you. And so he was like, I can see if I can get you in the MA thing. And so he talked to Leilani, who's one of the directors in the marketing department over there. And you know how Leilani is. She's like, hey, if you vouch for the person, you're going to, like, if they mess up, that's on you. So, like, he was like, all right. So he hit me up and was like, hey, I'm vouching for you. Like, do good, blah, blah. So got on with them. Then I started same time, kind of I started since I was working with the Rockets. I also was able to get on with the Texans, doing their like kind of game day sponsorship stuff, which was real cool. I loved it. It was early. Like if we had a home game, I had to be at the arena by like 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m. So like there'd be days. I think there was only one day where I tried it. Where I was like, I'm gonna go out Saturday, live a little bit, then go to work. Like as soon as I did it, man, that had to be the worst day ever. I was tired. I was still like a little bit drunk, and like, for the most part, like all we had to do was kind of set up any of the sponsors that were there. We just had to make sure they were good. And like for the most part, we just chill until we had to do like a big in-game sponsorship. But other than that, it was real laid back. So it wasn't like something where like the Rockets, it's moving parts all the time. So that one day I was able to get okay with it. Then moved to Dallas around my 30th birthday is when I decided to get a camera. I was working with my cousin and friend in Dallas, in Houston, and they started their own photography company. I was like, you know what, let me get down with it. But I was only gonna do the marketing side for them, and I started getting a little interested in photography. Then when I bought my camera for my 30th, I was only gonna use it just to film my podcast that I was thinking about doing with two of my friends, Sophie and Tate. Yeah, so I wasn't even thinking about like doing photography, and so I had took it to Jamaica for my 30th. I thought, you know what, let me play around with it a little bit, and so I started taking pictures. And when I go back and look at those pictures were garbage compared to. But some people like them, and then a couple of friends were starting this thing called Hip Hop Book Club, which I'm a part of in Dallas, and they were like, "Hey, we need a photographer. Would you want to do it?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm not that good. Like, I just started. I don't want to because this is something that might be important to y'all. I don't want to like mess up y'all brand." So and they're like, "Nah, we believe you, blah blah." So they let me get on. My stuff has been like in, I think, the Source magazine, Dallas Morning News.
Nice.
And then that just kind of built up. Other people who saw my work decided to use me for like modeling gigs or events and stuff, and then that's how I kind of got into it.
I got you. What happened to podcast? You didn't get that off the ground?
Man, we had a couple of episodes. Our audio wasn't as great as I wanted to be, because if I wanted to do it, I want to do it like top notch. I wanted to make sure everything was good. I mean, a couple of friends and family I let listen to, they thought, "Oh, this is hilarious! Like, y'all need to get it going." But then like our schedule was so like, because my friend who got me on Wingstop, Sobe, he was doing the podcast with me. And this was when I wasn't on Wingstop yet. So like with our job, like when COVID is not happening, like we're on the move, like all over like the U.S. So like we're traveling, and so like his schedule with my schedule, my other friend Tate's schedule, because he's a referee. So there'd be like times where like we'd only be in the same place for like 2 days, and like, you know what, let's not do it. And so like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes we did, we were just like, but I mean, now it's probably the perfect time to retry it, like kind of reboot it up. So we might probably do that.
That'd be awesome. What was the premise of the podcast?
It was just like a kind of like a Joe Budden podcast, you know, just shit, just this and giggles and stuff.
Okay, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I love the Joe podcast, man. One of him and Lil Wayne is not bad. I think it's a good avenue for him. The same for when Nicki Minaj had her thing. I want to say Barbie Radio.
Yeah, that's my thing. I think Queen or Barb Radio, something like that.
Queen Radio, yeah. I think like she just had the natural ability to be able to make that transition. But of course, I think she just used it in the wrong way. She'll only get on when it was controversy. She just wanted attention, or a project was about to drop or something like that. So I think if she stayed consistent, it'll be definitely up there with the Joe Budden podcast, getting those $1 million deals with Spotify and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get there one day with dropping this podcast, man.
There you go. Speak into existence.
Absolutely, man. So did you ever have an opportunity to work with the Red Ops when you were with the Houston Rockets?
No, I think when I first got on, I think they were like they had separated from us. Like it was a point where they had separated, and they were doing, like, Danielle was doing her own thing with them, and so like she kind of brought who she wanted, or I think she kind of took on who she wanted with like Eddie and them.
Yeah. And
then I guess when I left, like I think like right after I left to come back to Dallas, like they, I guess, merged them, and then like I guess Leilani had picked like a couple of people to go over there, but I would have that was definitely like something I want to do, that or like basketball ops and stuff.
Yeah. Actually, Bobby got an opportunity to do basketball ops. I think he's still a part of that squad. I see him every game on the side. Muscle Bobby.
I'll be seeing him doing, "Hey, that's my boy."
Absolutely, man. But one thing we used to do I was a part of the Red Ops crew. I had the opportunity to do that for a couple of seasons with Danelle and Eddie and that crew. One thing we'll do will be a icebreaker, and an icebreaker we'll call top 5. So anybody that'll come shadow, whether it was, from the MA crew or somebody coming out of town, or, even it was a full-time position of somebody coming from a different team. We just wanted to make the environment very comfortable for that person. So I've implemented that into my show. So we'll always do top 5 rappers just to get a sense of your music style. So I just want to ask you, what are your top 5? Well, are you a big hip-hop fan? You're very broad?
Yeah, I'm definitely a hip hop fan. So we're saying top 5 all time, top 5 right now.
Your personal list. Your personal list. It can be all time or it can be like only right now. Your preference.
I'll just go right now because I don't like that top 5 all time stuff. But I say like right now, who I listen to a lot. I'm a big Jay is my top of the list. Like if it was all time or now, it's Jay. I'm a big Kid Cudi fan. Like for some reason, I'm a big emo rapper fan, and I'm not emotional or depressed or anything. So like Kid Cudi, Juice WRLD.
Nice. Man, lost a good one, man.
Yeah, lost a good one, man. Like the kid's super talented. Like he just can't. Like I've been jamming his CD that he just came out with, like super tough.
And I hate it, man. It's like that Biggie effect. Like I wasn't really. Do you think Biggie would still be like legendary if he was still alive today, or you think it was because he died at such a young age that it elevated to a different level?
I think it's a combination. I think he still would have been great no matter what. But I think like because I mean he came out with 2 classic CDs. They were still the only 2 CDs he came out with, but they were still like ahead of their time. The sound was different. Like he started a whole new him and Diddy started a whole new sound. Like as far as like rap, it wasn't like the super hardcore. It was like that R&B mix. But I think he still would have been great. That death thing does like kind of boost him a little bit because somebody can start off like super hot. Like I mean, 50 Cent, he started off with damn near 2 classic albums, and then the rest of his stuff was just kind of like he's still like his first album went diamond, whatever. So I mean, you can't. I think it's a combination of both. But I would say just to finish it off, I would say I'd put Drake up there, and my 5th one, man, as much as crazy as he is right now, I feel like I have to say Kanye. I feel like Kanye has to be my top 5, and it's just like, it's like as much as I want to, you kind of have to separate him and his music because his music is still like his catalog might be. I mean, I think his catalog, other than Jay-Z's, might be the best of all time.
I absolutely agree. Like Kanye is not my number one. It's Kanye and Drake, then Drake for me in regards to favorite artists. But after this weekend, man, I couldn't. I can't. He needs help, man. What he's doing, I can't support. And absolutely, for a long time, I've tried to separate the artist from the music. You know, I did the same thing for Chris Brown. I'm a big Chris Brown fan.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I was just like, I had to separate it. You know, people don't like him because of what he did or whatever. But I'm like, man, but, you know, he has some great hits, though. You know, Loyal, all these other jams that you're jamming to.
He's a hit machine. Like, it makes no sense how like, if Chris Brown never would have went through what he went through with Rihanna, he might be the biggest star ever.
He'll be Michael Jackson status right now. Like it'll be Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Chris Brown.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I just can't get with what Kanye's doing right now. I understand he has mental health and bipolar disease and stuff like that, but I'm just like, man, he got to get off of social. I'm not even like listening to the album that's about to come out. I was like, I just can't. I have no interest. Are you gonna check it out?
I'm still on the fence about it because as crazy as he is, I mean, the music is still there. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna see. Hopefully, whatever happens with him, hopefully something good happens. Like he gets help soon because I mean, people have like Dave Chappelle had went out there to go see him. Dame Dash just went to go see him today. So hopefully, like those people helping him out, trying to get him better. And then, I mean, but he's still like he definitely needs help because some of the stuff that he's saying is like super wild. Like,
yeah, but now 2 individuals who work in the marketing field, who work in the entertainment field, is this just for clout? It's just a marketing tactic for his album. He is a part of the Kardashian clan, and this is their thing. They're known for. So, is this real, or this is just for clout?
Nah, I think because Kanye has said some like off the wall stuff, but like what he's like saying now is like because as soon as his mom passed away, like you could tell like a totally different Kanye, like, and like he's following that trajectory of like everything that he's been doing since his mom passed. I mean, he did the whole presidential campaign before I think before what's the one with Ultralight Beam? Or was it Ultralight Beam? No, or was it?
Ultralight Beam. Like for Pablo? No.
No, well, I think. Well, didn't he come out with another CD after like? Oh yeah, Yay or something. The one when he came out,
yeah.
like the Mounds one. I think he said like he was gonna run for president around then. So like the president stuff, I think that's a marketing scheme. But like stuff that he's doing, like talking about like I almost killed my daughter, like yeah, that's really like he's really like just bipolar and like he needs some help type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I hope he gets better, man. I mean, only thing you can do right now is hoping that this is not fake and that he's gonna get real help. Pivoting, staying on the music topic and pivoting to 50 Cent, who was one of Kanye's rivals at the beginning of his career, but Kanye completely washed him with the Graduation album. 50, have you been watching the Verses at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Snoop Dogg and DMX are tonight. I think it's a good combination. I'm not it's not a priority to watch it, but I think it's a good matchup. But T.I. called out 50 Cent. Are you a T.I. fan?
Yeah, I'm like if T.I. was to like when I was saying like T.I. if he was to do it versus like I think the only people that could like keep up with him in the South, like as far as like Atlanta, like Miami, because Texas might have somebody that can deal with him. But I think like one people that can deal with him probably is like Jeezy, Ross. But there's not a lot of people that have like his maybe Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre, but that's kind of unfair. But like when people were talking about 50 Cent had this, I was like, man, I recently just listened to Get Rich or Die Trying, like when I was running, and there are a lot of highs on that album, but those lows are like, man, like I was skipping songs, like oh my goodness, I thought this thing was it's still a classic. I won't whatever because of the time it came out. Everything he did for hip hop, but I sat back there and I was like, "Oh man, this CD was not as great as I thought it was." Like the highs, like the Many Men, the intro. Like there's a lot of good 21 Questions. Those are a lot of good songs. And then you go back and look at T.I.'s catalog, you're just like,
yeah. Like, I'm still bumping T.I. I can still go back to T.I.'s first album and still bump all of it.
And you can do that for like 3 of his CDs.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But also, I don't know because we're from the South, so somebody from New York can say something completely different because that's their, what they listen to. That's their style of music or whatever.
They're just biased because that's their coast.
Absolutely. But I think just putting record to record, I think T.I. will watch 50 Cent. I don't think 50 Cent wants that smoke or anything like that.
Because I don't even think 50 has 20 like classic songs. Like 20 songs is a lot of songs, and he didn't even put that much work out unless you start using like his mixtapes and stuff. But then,
yeah, I mean, you can use mixtapes, you can use features, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, if you count in features, T.I. got the features too. Yeah, I just thought about one, Soldier with Destiny Child and Lil Wayne. I'm like, he killed that.
Yep.
And a couple others, what the record he did with Ludacris, and even the record with him and Ludacris were beefing,
Yeah.
Oh my God. I had to go back and listen to that. It was fire, bro. That's when hip hop was real.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So that was top 5, man. So going back into the entertainment, you started as a freelance photographer, pretty much by mistake. You was initially going to be a podcaster, and you just caught a field with it, and you had an opportunity where your work got into different magazines and stuff like that. How did you make that transition going into a corporate role with Wingstop?
So like I said, my friend Sobe worked for Wingstop, and he was like, man, job is cool. The team is cool. It's full like my direct team is like just young Black dudes. So like I work with so it, what I'm saying, it's not hard for me to like interact with them. You have to kind of separate if you work with other races.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't really liking the job that I was doing before then. I was doing SEO. It wasn't that I didn't like it because I could literally come in here with a t-shirt, basketball shorts, and Jordan slides, and like they would be fine with like I used to just wear that every day. Mm-hmm. But it was just like the same thing every day, and like with me, it's like if I'm not interested in it, like I'm just gonna be like just zoned out, and so like He told me about it. And the process took like 3 months to get on because they were like, you know what? We're going to get you on, but we just got to wait, blah, blah, blah. And then when I finally got on, the first event we did was a Cowboys game for Thanksgiving. Man, when I tell you it was freezing cold, like I was like, yo, it's basically like the MA job, but not as many moving parts. And I get to travel all the time. So like, for Super Bowl, I was at Diddy's house.
Nice.
Yeah, he wanted us to bring the food truck out there, so we went there. Everybody was over there. His house was super nice, and security was everywhere. Mm-hmm. But we get to travel, do fun things, do fun events. Like basically it's like if an event makes sense, we'll go out there and we pick the event. So like if it's something we don't think is gonna be beneficial, or something we're probably not gonna have fun at, we're not gonna usually go. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of transitioned there. And then one of the big things was they knew that I did photography, so they're like, you know what, that adds another element to him, because even though my friend was vouching for me, he was like, hey, if this guy can take good pictures for us, then our recap, because we had to do recaps every day or every event, and like if our recaps are better with better images to give to the marketing team for like social media, like print, all that stuff, then he'll be another asset for us. So I think that's one of the big things that kind of got me the job.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't know how you do it, man, because Wingstop is my favorite place of all time. If I was on death row and they were like, "What's your last meal?" Bring me 100-piece from Wingstop with the extra large fries, man. The extra sauce, extra ranch, extra seasoning on there.
Hey, I get it. Look, I'm not the perfect man, so there'll be some days we'll be on the food truck and we'll work an event, and I'll sneak a couple pieces and sneak a little more pieces, and I'm like, you know what? I'm eating too damn much, and so like, especially there was one week where we were doing like a week of giving, like right around Corona, like right around not Corona start, but like when Corona was like, it might have been like in late April, early May.
Okay.
We were doing like a week of giving, to where we were like we were feeding first responders, cops, nurses, like Salvation Army, doctors, all that. So we were feeding them the whole week, and like this, and I decided to juice that week, like from Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And Monday through Friday, we had an event, or not an event, but we were cooking for the first responders and all of them, firefighters, whatever. Man, when I tell you, it was the most, not stressful, but like, so like with me, like if I'm busy at work, I don't even think about eating. Like it starts when I get to slow down, or like I'm at home just like chilling, to where I'm like, you know, I'm kind of hungry, I might well eat. But that juicing week, I think it was 4 juices a day for 5 days. Man, when I tell you, there was some days where I would just feel like I was about to pass out, and then I would smell food, and I see my friends, my coworkers eating food, and I just be like.
Yeah, it's the worst, man. It's the worst.
But, I mean, and like yesterday, we had went to take the trucks to kind of get them upgraded. And one of the guys that was working there was like, "Hey, man, do y'all ever just get tired of wings?" And he was like, "Or Wingstop?" You was like, "Nah, bro. Like you can't really get tired of it. It's just one of them foods like you just can't be tired of." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it." And then.
Yeah, so many different forms. It's bone in, boneless, sauce. You got about what, 10 different sauces, bro?
So I think we have 12 to 14, I think.
Bro, it's even better. I mean, So just coming from you, you got the ins and outs. Are there any menu hacks that you would recommend? Anything that you would recommend somebody going to Wingstop and trying to order that they usually won't offer anybody else?
I don't know about ordering. So like I remember one time me and my coworkers did like the ranch is already dope. The ranch is already good. Everybody loves the ranch. Like sometimes we'll come to an event and like people will like, you know, they'll still eat the wings, but they're like, oh damn, I want the ranch too. I'm like, bro, it's still gonna be good, but I understand. I think we had put like some Cajun and like some lemon pepper in the ranch. Fine.
I got you. Like those Zoodoo fries, bro. No,
Yeah, the voodoo
Voodoo
fries.
fries, bro.
Yeah,
Amazing. I don't know who came up with it, but they need a raise. I hope they got one.
yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. So, man, speaking of temptations and discipline and stuff like that, man, you went through a major change over the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, man. A big weight loss journey that you took, man. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what mindset you were in, prior to starting?
So at the time, I had a girlfriend at the time, and like when I met her, I think I had met her on my birthday weekend, and I was like pulling chicks the whole week. I don't know what was going on. It was like bigger than me too. And so I was like on a run. I was like, okay, I pulled a chick Thursday, I pulled a chick Friday, I pulled a chick Saturday. And so I had met her Saturday, and she was drunk, and I was a little drunk, but like we had chopped it up. And then before I could even get her number, she kind of just like went off, like just like kind of went to her little dance or whatever. And like the next day, I remember she was talking to one of my friends. I was like, hey, was that you? Oh, girl that you were talking to? Was that you? He's like, nah. So I was like, hey, give me her IG so I can holler at her just or whatever, so I can like continue the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it. We chopped it up, and then she was like, well, if you serious, let's go on a date today. And I was like, man, I'm on a hot streak. I was gonna do Sunday Fun Day, see if I can get somebody else. And then so I was like, all right, I'll take her on a date. I was feeling her. So we went on a date. And then on the date, she was like, hey, health is a big thing for me. And I mean, she wasn't the fittest, but she was a smaller, like she was like a slim thick chick. And so she was like, health is big for me. And I was like, yeah, I get it. So she was like, you kind of one of the bigger, I think she's either bigger dudes or biggest dude I've ever dated. So she was like, if we do this, like you're gonna take yourself serious because her dad was diabetic. So
okay.
So yeah, so it kind of makes sense to her. I was like, yeah, girl, I got this, girl. I be in the gym every day, hooping, working out. Like I ain't even worry about it. And so we started, and what's funny was like that. So my birthday's in March. She at the end of March, early April, she was a travel not a travel nurse, but like a travel social worker. Okay. So she was going to Oklahoma City to work over there for the next 3 months. I'm like, damn. So we were like linking up like damn near like every other day or every 3 days to like kind of just like speed the transition up of like the talking stage. And so we got it together. Then like maybe like around August. Yeah, September, August. I had got let go from my job, so they gave me a severance package and let me go. I was like, okay, bet. I was like, I ain't tripping. Then what's funny was I got let go. Then the very next week, I was taking her to her. The very next week was her birthday, and we were going to Chicago. So I was just like, the moment we landed in Chicago, I had got paid my first part of my severance package because I was like, yo, I ain't got no money. I'm about to be struggling out here. It literally came right when the hotel was like swiping my card to like put the money down. I was like, oh, thank God. And then the week after that was like my annual trip with my homeboys to go to Vegas. So I was just like, well, this is just a shitty a bad time. Like if it was after the Vegas trip, I'd have kind of been okay. Mm-hmm. But we did that, and then after that, she was like, "Hey, remember I told you like a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, like when we first started dating, like, hey, health is big for me. You haven't really like changed like anything. Like you know what I'm saying? You're a little bigger actually, because the relationship weight you kind of had."
Oh yeah.
So I was like, damn. And so she kind of like broke up with me, and
in Chicago.
No. We were back in Dallas. Or she was in Oklahoma City. I was in Dallas, whatever, something like that. And so she kind of broke with me and for maybe 4 or 5 days. And then like around that time, since I was like, man, you know what? I have no excuse not to get like my health in order and stuff. So fuck it. Like I think I was rambling on I ramble on Facebook. I don't even get on Facebook like that. Like if I'm on Facebook, it's only because I'll see somebody's birthday is on there, and I'll go say happy birthday, or like my post from Instagram will go straight to Facebook. Like I'm just never on Facebook like that. So I was on Facebook and I was scrolling. And it was like lose 25 pounds in 40 to 60 days. It was like a CrossFit thing, a CrossFit ad, and it was like free. And I was like, oh shit, okay, well, I was like, let me go ahead and look into this. And so I had looked into it. The guy was like, well, it's technically not free. He was like, you pay $500 down right now, and then after the 4 weeks, you if you lose 25 pounds or lose 4% body fat, you get your money back. And so I was like, bet. So I didn't have the $500. And my mom always, she's a nurse, and so she's real big on health too. She would always be like, man, if you want me to buy you a trainer, I'll buy you a trainer. I'm like, no, Mom, I got this. Like, I be in the gym all the time. I got this. But every time I be in, I would literally be in the gym hooping for like 2 or 3 hours, and then lifting for like another hour. But then as soon as I leave the gym, I go to like McDonald's or Whataburger and just fat boy out. Yeah. And so she was like, all right, look, I'm going to send you this money, but if you don't do what you got to do, then you're paying me back. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I ain't tripping. I was like, all right, cool. So like when I went for like the initiation to like the CrossFit, like, because it was like a diet, it was like a program where like diet, working out type stuff. So I went to there and I was like, all right, I like bet. Everything that this dude has on here, I'm gonna do. So like he said, like a breakfast, which includes like a protein, some veggies, then a protein shake snack, then lunch, then protein shake snack, then dinner. I did exactly that. So like for 40 days, I didn't touch bread, I didn't touch liquor, I didn't touch candy. I was strict, like whatever he said. And then I was working out. I think I started working out like I think I was working out every day, 5 days. And then so I would go to CrossFit at 6 a.m., then do that, come back home for like 2 hours, then go hoop with my friends during noon, and then come back home, and then even try to hoop at 5 p.m. Mm-hmm. So I was doing that, and since I wasn't working, I'm like, I ain't got no excuse. I'm gonna just do that. And then after the 6 weeks or whatever, I think I dropped. I think there was only one more person that had beat me dropping the most weight. I think I dropped 32 pounds. The other dude had dropped 33 or 34. Mm. And so, and what's funny was so he was like, damn, he's like, man, I didn't like, he's like, that's a lot. Like you dropped a lot. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, that's cool. And so like, the funny thing is the very next day I had got done with that. I didn't like, my 6 weeks was around the time of, it was right around Halloween. And so I didn't even eat Thanksgiving meal. Like I had to eat my meal preps because I was like, damn, I'm going all in. I can't do this. Yeah. And so the very day after we got done with our 6-week program, the next day was my brother's 30th birthday, and we were going on a cruise. Yeah. 7-day cruise. I thought, you know what?
Oh, 7 days. Oof.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I did good this 6 weeks. Let me go ahead and live a little bit. I was eating, drinking, and I was eating bread. Man, I told you I added 10 pounds in that 7 days. When I got back, it was probably like around December, like I think like December like 15. I went back the next day. I went back to CrossFit. It felt like it was the first day of working out. I was just like sloppy. I was slow. I was like, oh man, I can't do this. And so, me and my girl were kind of back together. And then like I wasn't keeping on my diet as much as I should have been. And so like January 1st, I think I had weighed in like 302 pounds. And so I told myself, I said, all right, you know what, since I know what I can do with what I could have done in 6 weeks, I'm making a promise to myself that I'm gonna drop 100 pounds by the end of the year. So 50 by the summer, 50 by the end of the year. Yeah. I think I got done with my 100 pounds maybe by maybe by August.
Wow.
Yeah, and then so like I had one and got a physical, and because before the physical I was high blood pressure, pre-diabetic, bad cholesterol. Like I was just like everything. Like if I didn't change my ways, I probably would have caught COVID and died around this time. Like just because my health wasn't good. And so when I got back, all like everything was like clean slate. Like everything was good. And then so like they had told me based off of my height, which I know this is not like black measurements, but like based off your height, you should be 180. So I was like, I bet my next goal is to be from 200 to 180, which I'm still working on because I haven't been as
Active.
I haven't been as keeping on my diet. I've been real relaxed. I'm like, you know what? I'm looking good. I'm doing whatever. But now I'm back on it. So I think I should get down to my 180 goal maybe by the middle of August.
Okay. That's awesome, man. That is an amazing journey, brother, because once we saw the before and after pictures, bro, it's day and night, and how do you feel mentally in the space
I
now?
feel good. I feel good mentally. I've always been a confident person, but I mean, dropping all this weight does allow like people that weren't talking to you before, they're talking to you now. Girls that weren't like paying you attention, or some of them will be like, "Oh, you know what? You were still cute back then." I'm like, "No." I like if I was, you can tell me. But like, I mean, I don't ever take it to heart because I'm at the end of the day, I'm still a modest and humble dude. So like, no matter how many times people tell me like, "Oh, you look great," blah blah blah, I'm like, I can always be better. I'm never gonna be like high on my horse, like, yeah, I am the shit, blah blah blah. Like I know I'm pretty legit, but I'm never gonna do it in a cocky way. Like I'm confident as hell, but I'm never gonna be a cocky person.
Good. That's good. So, what does the Black Lives Matter movement mean to you personally?
I mean, I just believe it means equality. Like, I mean, you can't. I understand people try to disassociate the movement and the actual group because I've heard negative things about the group, about like their own like agenda and stuff. But like, I don't want to go toward that. I just want the whole Black Lives Matter, because people would think that just because we say Black Lives Matter, it means only Black Lives Matter, which isn't the case. Like we want the same type of equality, just like anybody else, and like and that's for anybody. Because the same thing has happened to trans people, the same thing has happened to Black women, same thing has happened to other minorities, and so like it's just like I guess we're just kind of thrown out there as of right now, and it's just like when you see these white people with guns marching aggressively around cities, and they're just and people are just allowing them, or cops are allowing them to just kind of like, hey, go home. But if you see a Black guy even like just chilling with a gun, not even doing anything aggressive, it's like he gets the gun drawn on him or something happened, and it's like that. I mean, the only thing that I've gotten close to dealing with is I think I was in high school or something around that time. Every time I get around cops, I always feel nervous just because I don't know what's gonna happen. So like in high school, I was leaving my parents' house, and so I had stopped at a stop sign, and I stopped there for like maybe like a minute because they were behind me. And so I was like, you know what? Let me make sure that I have to do a full stop. I don't do a damn thing. And so as soon as I take the left turn outside the neighborhood, since we stay in the suburbs of Elyas, and my car at the time was like a 95 Honda. So they were like, oh, what's this car doing here? So they stopped me, asked me all these questions like, hey, what were you doing here? I was like, I live in that neighborhood. They were like, can we search your car? And so like I was just so like freaked out. I was like, man, go ahead. Like that. I mean, and they could easily like just pin something on me and throw some drugs or something or done something.
Wow.
But I was just like so nervous and like just trying to comply with the cops that I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna like try to get aggressive, try to get mad. I'm gonna just do what they say, and they didn't find anything, so they just let me go with a warning. I'm just
how old were you when this happened?
I might have been like 18 to 20, like something
Wow.
around that age.
And that's crazy for us to have to go through that, because of course, if you know your rights, they have no right to search your car, because you have every right to absolutely say no. What was the reason for them even pulling you over? Did you not have your turn signal?
No, I literally did everything. I did everything right so that they wouldn't pull me over. They were just like, they were like, oh, you look suspicious and you look nervous. I was just like, fam, you're the cop. What do you want me to do? So that's why usually every time I usually get pulled over for like a speeding, like speeding, I always in speeding. So like every time I get pulled over, they'll look at my like my record, and since I have nothing on my record, no arrest, nothing like that, they'll just be like, all right, man, you can go with a warning. Like some of my friends used to be like, yo, like how do you get out of not getting a ticket? Cause like there was one point I was getting pulled over like maybe like 9 times in like 2 years, and all I was getting was warnings. Yeah. And like I was like, man, I just try to be as friendly to the cops, and they see I have no warrants or no records, so they don't really care.
Wow. And also that's really sad that we have to, kind of go through that. We kind of have this natural ability of being around any type of authority that we feel like we have to lessen ourselves or our blackness or anything like that to not seem suspicious or anything like that. And I should be able to just be myself openly or whatever, but we're just not at that time in our lives. We just wasn't really encouraged to do those types of things. So it's definitely crazy to hear that story to where your rights were absolutely violated. They had no reason to pull you over, and now we're in an age to where we can pull out our phone really quickly and record it, and some cops don't want that smoke right now, especially not right now. So they don't.
When they put their body cam, it's just like, sometimes you'll see body cam that like come in like 5 minutes after what's been happening. It's like where the other stuff where the other footage.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I'm not very educated on just laws and stuff like that, but I know that absolutely was wrong. And I think we now have the tools to teach our children who can teach their children and so on, like the next generations know. That's why I'm so proud of what we're doing now. Even though COVID is bad, but I feel like if COVID wasn't happening right now and the world was just moving as usual, these things we will not be in the time we are right now, where our voice is finally being heard, and not just by your CNNs and your medias, now these corporations who are the real power people. Because once you start messing with people money, that's when people start moving. So when it was a time for them to start stepping up and saying we're going to commit millions of dollars to this protest, or $1 million to this cause, and be more focused on diversity and stuff like that. So I think we're living in a good time right now to where we're now being heard, but we still got a lot more work to do. So
yeah, I think COVID was, I mean, it's a horrible thing that's going on, but I think it allowed, I think between people being cooped up in their house and the reality of what's going on being thrown in their face because they have nothing else to do but to watch the news and see what's going on. Absolutely. Is the perfect blend of the storm that's showing us all this stuff. Because I mean, police brutality has been happening for forever, and people they'll get in an uproar for maybe a week, maybe a month or so. Mm-hmm. Nothing really happens with the government, but now it's like since people are in their houses all day, it's like the news are gonna keep reporting this, so you have to do something now.
Absolutely. Then I think another thing is, that generation that's above us, or the generation above them, is starting to go away. And now our generation is starting to be in those positions of power where we're now making those decisions. And, our generation sees that, and we know it's wrong, just like, our parents didn't believe in therapy and all this other stuff that we talk about now, especially within our culture. But now it's okay, and it's a natural, normal thing in the normal conversation, and it's highly encouraged. So I think now we're in a position where we can bring a bigger light onto these different situations.
Yeah, especially African culture. Ethiopians, I mean, African in general, but Ethiopians, like, there's a taboo on everything. So it's like, I mean, nobody's ever just like going to, like, if you can't deal with it or you can't talk to me about it, it's like, well, you should like just get over
it. Tough it up. Put some
exactly.
salt on it. You good, man. You'll be all right. All right, so let's take a little break, man. I just want to do another top 5 with you. I know you're a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to know your top 5 sneakers.
Ooh, man.
Right, if you own them or don't own them.
I'd probably go. I'll just go with the ones that I own.
Okay.
I'd probably say my Spider-Man ones.
Oh, okay.
The Miles Morales ones.
Okay.
I'd probably say my Jordan Winlight 96s, 11s.
Okay.
I'm a real big Air Max guy.
Yeah, I saw you picked up the Supernovas.
You know what? I might throw my Supernovas in there. I throw my Supernovas there for my 3. I mean, the 11 breads definitely are up there. And then my last one, I might say these. I really, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can show them what Nike did with these during their Be True. Be True. I think I really love these Air Max
bro,
Be Trues.
Those are fire. What size you wear?
Size 13.
Oh yeah, me too, man. It's hard for me to cop, bro. It is hard out here to cop, man, especially for retail.
Oh yeah, man. Luckily, my homeboy, he had sold me those because he's a bigger sneakerhead than me, and so like he had like a lot of shoes that he was like, I'm not really wearing these. Like I'm letting them go for retail or maybe like a little bit above retail.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I really wanted those. There's only been 2 shoes where I went above retail for. The Winlight 96s because I really wanted those bad.
Yeah.
And I paid maybe like $375 for 100. And the only reason I did that is because I had won $2,000 at Windstar. So I was like, you know what? I can splurge a little bit.
That's the change.
Yeah, and then the other one was the Miles Morales Jordan 1 that I had got because when I was on the cruise for my brother's birthday, that's when they came out. I bought internet just for like 10 minutes just to try to win those. I didn't win them. And then so when I got back here, some dude that out in Fort Worth was reselling them, and I think he was selling them for like maybe like $40, $60 more. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it, whatever. But yeah, like, and it was funny is I literally started being a sneakerhead like within like the past like 2 years. Like I probably in the past 2 years, I probably bought like about 50 shoes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and now it's just like an addiction. Like people ask me if I would ever get tattooed. I was like, man, if I did get tattooed, if I could get tattoos, I mean, they would have to mean something to me. Like I wouldn't get trash. Yeah. So I was like, if I did, I think I'd probably like go all in, like sleeves, like bag. Cause I know like it's kind of the same addiction like with shoes. So I was like, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, brought 50 pairs of shoes to walk around your apartment, your spot, man.
Look, hey,
go from one room to the next.
When quarantine's over, I'm about to be the flyest.
Snap! Are you going for the off whites?
I am, but I think I might just get them just to resell because I don't really care.
Oh yeah. I filled out every raffle, every Instagram raffle, man. Just knowing I'm gonna try to flip those. I was blessed to get the Chunky Donkeys. I ended up winning those.
Oh, word?
Yeah, size 13, man, bro.
Let me tell you how upset I was that I didn't win those. Man, once I saw the reselling those, I was just like,
dude.
And like, and one of my friends, and so I had tried for the Dior ones too.
Mm-hmm.
One of my homeboys who makes a pretty good amount of money. I was like, hey, bro, look, if I win these, you front me the 2 G's and we can split profits. He was like, shit, bet. And I was like, man, I hope I win this, man. It was no chance anybody regular damn yours. But one of my what's funny was I think it was the Off-White 6s. My homeboy had only me and my homeboy were driving when I work with. Was it Off-White 6s or Off-White 5? Off-White 5, yeah, 5.
Yeah.
We were driving and he was like, man, he was like, look, I'll enter it for you, just because you want them and you want to resell them. Man, we were driving together. I lost, and he was like, oh shit, I won. And he was like, bro, you won it? And I was like, man, look, I know the retail, I know the reselling that, bro. I was like, you won, just go ahead and get your win, bro. He was like, and he saw how much the resale was, and he was like, damn, bro, you a good dude. I was like,
you're a good dude, bro. Yeah.
I can't do that, man.
Yeah, man.
So did you resell them or did you keep them?
I'm keeping them. I currently have them because I wanted them so bad. Cause I did a whole bunch of research like weeks before. I have not worn them yet because I feel like it need to be a special occasion. But if that price goes up any higher, like I think the highest I've seen was 21. If it goes up to like the 3s or 4s at some point, and I still haven't worn them, I'm absolutely going to resell them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So somebody told me like hold on to them because next summer you never know, they may double in price. And I would hate to like sell them now and knowing they doubled in price a couple of weeks or months later. So
I think I was when the Travis Scott ones had came out. I had got like an early access, or like I follow a thing on Twitter that tells me like whenever if a sneaker drops like a sneak peek type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a sneakers app. I had it was in my cart, and I was like, you know what, let me I was like, before I buy this, let me go see like what the resale is for it. I went to go see the resale thing. I was like, oh, okay. Right when I got back, it said sold out. I was like,
oh my God, bro. You had it in cart and you decided, let me go check StockX right quick.
I said, man, that must be the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Oh man, that was a quick bag, man.
That was painful.
Does your friend bot, or does he do it manually? Your friend who's
so actually I literally just bought a bot with my friends. So it's like 10 of us. I was like, because I think after we lost after nobody won the Ben Jerry's, I was like, yo, look, I was like, man, you know what? Let's just buy a bot. Let's go in. Let's get this thing because I'm getting pissed off losing all this stuff. and our bot isn't for all websites. Like Sneakers app definitely, like, they won't allow you to even do a bot, or you have to have a specific bot to win on Sneakers app.
Mm-hmm.
But like every other, like Foot Locker, Foot Action,
Shopify's.
Yeah, we've been winning on those.
That's dope, man. But hey, I don't think I have a need for anything. I definitely want the Bel Air, so I'll definitely reach out to you for those if you're able to snag a 13.
So which ones?
The Bel Airs are coming out in August. The alternate, it's the all white with the internal. Yellow colors. Yeah, yep. I'm definitely trying to cop those. So you get those, bro. Let me know.
Yeah, definitely. You say you wear 13 too? Yeah, I definitely.
Absolutely. But hopefully I can snag these off-whites and the Grateful Dead dunks.
Oh yeah, I tried. I put my bids in for those, or I put my little sweepstakes, whatever, for those.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going after the off-whites and the black and yellow 12s this weekend.
Black and yellow 12s. Oh yeah. The gold ones, the gold university ones. What about the Jadens? You gonna try to cop those?
I might try to cop them. One of the biggest ones that I think I was pissed off that I didn't even attempt to win on was the Sean Witherspoon Air Maxes. I didn't want to resell them. I just wanted to keep them. I was just like, yo, these things are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Some shoes is just good. They're just beautiful. You don't want to put them on the toe. You just want to sit there and stare at them sometimes, man. But no, man. I've gotten into sneakers the last 2 years, man. I'm trying to get my collection up, but definitely catching these L's, man. Especially COVID, because I'm watching all these like YouTube channels of different kids doing botings or manuals, and they teaching you the tricks or whatever. And even them now, watching videos from March to now, they're saying like it's never been like this, and it's because everybody's at home, everybody's trying to make extra income, and everybody's trying to figure things out. So everybody's a part of this world now. 5 million entries just for the Jordan 1s. I mean,
Jesus.
the Dior's. So
they said the Flints,
mm-hmm.
I think it was StockX. I think they said that was the most resold shoe that they've had to this year. They said 32,000 pairs were resold on what's called.
Yeah, man. It was so I wasn't interested in that shoe, but I knew they had so much stock. But it was like people still said it was hard to get unless you had a buy.
Yeah, like when they put it out during the Michael Jordan Last Dance, like it literally crashed Sneaker app. Like Sneakers app was like you had to you couldn't even get on the app. You had to go directly to Nike on your web browser, because like I was sitting there, like I was on my Sneakers app like, yo, bro, it's not showing up. My homie was like, he was like sitting right next to me like, no, you have to go to the actual web browser. By the time I did that, it was over. And the Sneaker app had came back and they're like, oh, we apologize, the app crashed. We're gonna put it out right now. They put it out for like 2 minutes, or they put it out, and as soon as they put it out, it said sold out. I was just like,
yeah, I got a love-hate relationship with Nike, bro. Like I'm not sure if you saw like the 3 days of drops that happened. I was
trying to get the Shanghai's,
bro, and they only had like 1 or 2 pair
of each size. Yeah,
I'm like, what? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all, they don't care. It's Nike. They don't care. They're like, we're gonna sell shoes regardless.
They don't give a damn.
Absolutely, man. But do you guys have a Discord, or do you guys just do it, I guess, internally within your own circle?
We do it. We have some guys who do like IT and stuff. So like they'll set up the task and they'll watch it. I guess like something happened to where for the Galaxies, I didn't even get the Galaxies on that app. Like I had to literally walk into a store and go buy it. And what's funny was the store that I had went to, they were sold out, and my homeboy was at another store. And he was like, "Hey, bro, if you need it right now, you gotta let me know because they're about to sell it to somebody else." I'm like, "Yeah, just get it,
Let's go for it."
I'm about to come meet you right now and get them. So I got them. The time frame of just waiting for those shoes. It's like, oh my God, hurry up!
Absolutely, man. What about the Yeezy lines? Are you a Yeezy fan?
So I am. I'm only a Yeezy fan for the Boost. But it's like I don't even know if I want to support Yeezy right now with this stuff. Cause one of the biggest ones I wanted was I was supposed to have a pair of Yeezys like earlier last year. Like when he had came out with the reflective green ones, like the real bright green ones.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had put a random drop, and it was like midnight or 1 a.m. They're like, hey, if you want to go get them right now at Yeezy Supply. So I was like, oh shit. I went over there, put my information in, got the confirmation email, and then all of a sudden it was like, your purchase was not cleared. And I was like, wait, what? And so I was like, so I called and like they had tried to take it out like 3 times. And like the third time it said went through, but then it still didn't go through. And so I had called Wells Fargo. I was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we saw that you were trying to buy something from Yeezy Supply, and we thought it was a hack site, so we didn't allow it to go through. I was like,
man.
I was like, oh, you know what, Wells Fargo, you already been on my bad side. Y'all a piece of shit. I was like, fuck y'all.
Bro. Yeah, man, that's pain right there, bro. When the bank give you your L, it wasn't Yeezy that gave you the L. It was the bank.
The bank did, yeah.
We don't want you to spend your money on this. We don't care if you want it.
Man, it's probably smart because I was definitely gonna overdraft for them, but I was like, you know what? I think that's worth it. I'm gonna get paid in like 4 days.
They're like, sir, you don't have enough money. No, you can't make this purchase.
I had enough money. If I purchased anything after that, it'd have been a wrap.
I tried to get the Zions last weekend, the Yeezy Zions 350s, impossible. I would never get that time back. I was up at 6:30 in the morning ready to cop, and they said they had so many pair, and it was just hell.
The little zebra ones?
Yeah, they were kind of like the zebras. Yes, yeah, they look like the doves, but they had that like black stripe going across of it.
Yeah.
The only reason that I was getting those just to flip because they were going for a lot, and people were like, hold for a couple of months, and he's definitely going to double in price. So that was the only reason I was going for it. But still, a lot of people took L's on that, even with all the rumors about high stocks. You guys you typically go for Yeezys or anything like that?
They did. A couple people did try for those. I don't know if it was like something with like the Yeezy or Adidas website, but they held the L. So I was like, oh, thank God I didn't like put all my eggs in that basket because I would have been upset. I don't like losing, especially if I buy a bot. I don't like losing. I don't like losing if I don't have one in general, but especially if I know somebody else won, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, man, it is a competitive business right now, and I don't think anything. Oh no, there's one sneaker coming out this year that I absolutely have to have, and you can just tell I wasn't into sneakers when this was originally released. The Yeezy 350 Breds. I just look at that shoe and I love it. And I'm like, oh, that looks sexy. And
I think that comes out in December, huh?
Yep, restock in December, and also I think the zebras. They talk about the bread and the other breads too, Yeezy bread. So that one that has like the red text, and also the other one that has the red stripe is supposed to come out. So I'm just like, if those three come out this holiday, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, I saw those, and Jordan's coming out with like a. It's not the
anniversary one.
Yeah. It's not the OGs because it's a little bit different, but I'm still kind of like I'm debating if I want to get those.
I feel like I think everybody's on the fence right now. Like, man, I don't like the way it looks. Then the day of drop, everybody's going to be on the app.
Yeah, probably.
Cop it. They did the same thing for the Travis Scott, the 270s.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get those
just to flip.
Just to flip, yeah. I think the only Travis Scott that I really, really loved, that I really like just wanted to buy it for myself was the Houston Oilers 4s that he had got. Them things were beautiful.
It's in my closet. Sitting in my closet. Only worn once.
I hate you, bro. Those things are just and like so like if you were to look at my like collection, like a lot of my shoes are black and red. A lot of them are black and red, but I do have a lot of color in all my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's why I got the Flints, and I got the royal blue ones. Just like I really didn't have a lot of blues, so I was like, you know what, let me change my stuff up. But yeah, I like if it had black and red in it, I'm like, oh, you know what? Over here.
Bro, let me tell you how I obtained those Cactus Jack 4s. So I did not get it when they dropped. And apparently, when Travis Scott had like his release party in front of Toyota Center, I had no idea about it, but he was selling them out there too. So I was just like, I just wasn't in the game at that time. But I was supposed to work the first Astroworld Festival, and the company I was supposed to work with ended up, canceling like the week prior, and I was just trying to cop tickets or find a way to get into the event, and it didn't happen. And I decided the day of the event, I decided just to be in the area of NRG, and I happened to follow Chase B, Travis's DJ, and he had mentioned that the pop-up shop in the village, Rice Village area, was going to be open. I was like, you know what? I can't go to the show. I'm gonna at least go try to cop some merch. I got there. Line opened at 12. I got there around 11:15. Bro, that line was wrapped around a building, whatever, and I found out they had the Cactus Jack 4s. I waited in line for 5 hours. 5 hours to cop one pair of shoes.
They still had that much stock?
Yeah. That was also the time the Air Force Ones was coming out as well. So people had already, you was only allowed to pick one shoe. If you're going to get a shoe, either get the Air Force or you get the Cactus Jack 4s, and people had already that. So people were going to go for the newer shoe. So I was just in luck. And of course, I wear a size 13. People are going for like the pricey size, 12, the 10s, 11s, 12s, stuff like that. So I was just lucky. But You ever want to see a grown man cry? They were supposed to close at 4:00, like cut the line off at 4:00. It was still maybe 20 people in front of me. It's like, hey man, we're gonna cut the line. I'm like, bro, please don't cut this line, bro. I almost start crying tears. I'm like, bro, it's like hour 4. Come on, man. And and I guess the store manager at that time had he had a kind heart, and he still let your people go in and still get that merch. So shout out to that store manager at Space.
He let everybody, like everybody after you too.
No, so it was 20 at 4:00. It was about 25 to 30 people deep in front of me, and probably 30 back behind me, because they cut the line off at like 1:00, because it was wrapped around the building, and they only let like 10, 15 people inside the space at the time, and that's what took the longest. So yeah, they let the rest of us get in there, and they probably closed around 6:30. So, but if they would have cut it off at 4:00, I'll be sitting with a big L.
I'd be upset. I'd probably break some windows. Like, oh no, I've been here since 5 hours, bro. No, let me in.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely my favorite pair, bro. Every time I saw a picture, like before I copped it, and now they sitting in my closet, I will never sell that shoe. Never. It will forever.
It's a couple of it's a couple of shoes I'd never sell, but I wouldn't like my Spider-Man ones. I'd probably like, it has to be like something super dope for me to wear them too, because I just like just the way it looks. It's just like so amazing.
Absolutely, man. So what's the one shoe that you don't own that you really, really want?
One shoe I don't.
And that's for personal, for the toe, not for flipping anything, for personal.
I wish I had. So I won't lie. So it might be between no. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 3. The Sean Witherspoon Air Max, because those are just super dope to me. Mm-hmm. I don't really care for like all black shoes, but the cap and gown 11s, like when I saw them on someone's foot, I was just like, and so like the resale on those are like,
oh yeah,
600, and I'm just like, man, I'm not breaking that bread for that.
Yeah.
And the one that I really, really wish I could have had are the off-white ones. The I think it's the Chicago red ones.
The 10, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted those like super bad. Like I was just like my homeboy, when he had one the North Carolina ones, off-white ones. And I was like, oh yeah, those are cool. But he flipped them. I mean, of course. Yeah. But like if I would have got the red ones, I think those are just like beautiful shoes.
Absolutely, man. It's just like that. First of all, Off-White, Nike, they absolutely, I don't think they lost a collab so far. I don't think they made a bad sneaker yet so far that I know of. But knowing that he redid that Jordan 1 with that classic colorway, and it just looked amazing. Bro, that is a dream sneaker of mine as well. So if I got that one.
And the Jordan 1 breads are classic that I wish I would have had too.
Absolutely. Oh man, are you familiar with O'Shea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has them from he brought a pair from '96 for I forgot how much he said he paid for them, but he paid a bag for them.
Oh, actually, never mind. The shoe that I wish I had to this day are the Red Octobers. Those that might be my favorite shoe. Like so we had one of the writers from College Dropout. He had came and talked to us when we did a show about Kanye. He came out to UNT and like kind of like went over the stories like how Kanye was doing whatever, blah blah. And he had wore those, and I was just looking at him like,
wow.
I like these things are beautiful. Like the I think every shoe those shoes and that style that he came out with that Nike one, I think those probably like hands down the best shoe that ever came out.
Was you they're talking about redoing it, remastering it, and
if they do that, I'm buying it ASAP. Like that, I don't care if I don't fuck with Yeezy right now. That shoe I need to have.
Absolutely. Hopefully they'll do it, make it like a big thing, like a big anniversary thing, like maybe another sneaker day where they just boom, shock drop, this is it, whatever. And hopefully I'm one of the lucky ones to get in there and grab one. But yeah, definitely a legendary shoe, man. And the crazy part is, it's still some dead stocks out there.
Oh, no,
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm watching these YouTube videos, like, oh, I got the Yeezy thing. It's still dead stock. Nobody ever wore it. I'm like, whoa, that's amazing, man. So
super wild.
Oh man, bro, we went over our time talking about sneakers, man. Bro, I've been really into sneakers, man, and you know it's really awesome to talk to somebody else who's really into it as well. Hey, man, I would love to if you're able to put me in touch with your other guys or just through IG or whatever, I can follow them just to see what you guys are up to, and you're able to. We can stay in contact for me to cop some pairs from you guys. I would love to learn more about the business through you guys, and you know just stay in contact in that way.
No problem, bro.
Absolutely. So I just want to take this time. What's the future look like for you from a career standpoint?
So I really want to get into. I want to start doing video.
Okay.
Photography. People like photography. But people love videos. People love video a lot. Like every time, like somebody asking me, like, "Hey, I like your photography, but can you do video too?" I'm like, not yet. Like not like and that's like a. Because with video, like it takes a lot more editing than the pictures do, because you have to do a lot of different stuff, and I'm nowhere close there. So like I can somewhat jump into photography, but I can't really jump to video.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I kind of want to do that. Kind of want to do like a whole like media type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of want to do. I kind of want to get into the podcast game.
Okay.
Do that thing. And then like, I mean, sky's the limit. Like I really don't have like a ceiling that I want to get to. I kind of want to do like the whole, like, if I can do social media. Like a couple of friends have asked me to model their clothing. Like I should have worn that, but I did a photo shoot for my homegirl's tie-dye shirts. Which are
nice.
Pretty dope. Yeah, pretty dope. They're really dope. At She Dyed That on Instagram. If you use the code Ely15, you get 15% off with that.
Nice.
Actually tomorrow I'm modeling another friend's clothing line, and so I mean if that can somehow lead to extra income, I'll do that.
Bro, go do it, bro. Oh, I see the tie-dye shirt on your IG, the red and the brown one.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
Yeah, I mean, super comfortable, super dope. She I think she does like if you do like a kind of special order, she'll do that too. She gave me a shirt that says rooting for everybody that's black, super dope. So I was like, yeah, I want to take it. And she was like, it's like a prototype. I was like, can I have it? She's like, yeah, you can have it. Bet.
Bet. Free is always best.
Hey, free merch. I'm always down for that. And so like my homegirl tomorrow, she had these dope shorts, and her shirt is just like it's a black shirt with black lettering that says black. I don't know, that's dope too. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Hopefully, whenever her photographer gets that back, I can put that up too because her shorts are dope as hell. So hopefully, she said if we get enough sales, I could probably get some free merch. So I'm trying to push whatever as much as possible.
Hey, absolutely, man. It's always good when people support other people, man. That's what we need to do, especially now, man. I love that moment we had. I want to say a week or so ago where everybody was like, "We're not buying nothing but all black everything, black grocery stores, black banks." Black whatever. So it's definitely a beautiful thing because seeing what we can do as people to impact the economy, and just so we not playing games, like we can be game changers. It's absolute power, man. Can you shout out your friend who makes the shirts, their Instagram or website or anything like that?
Yeah, so the friend that I did for the tie-dye, hers is She Dyed That. So you go SHEDYEDTHAT. She has some dope stuff on there. My other friend, I don't know her. Let's see. I think hers is just her first name and last name. DesireeLindsay.com. Super dope chick too. DESIREE DLINDSEY. That's her Instagram, and then .com is her website. But she has some dope stuff too. So yeah, I mean, hopefully be on the lookout for me on your. What's funny was my friends had seen me on the Explore page, and I was just like, wow. I was like, damn. I made the Explore page.
You made it. You made it, bro. You big time now.
I said, oh, damn, I got my booking info.
Bro, hey, man, you might as well go ahead and get that OnlyFans account on, bro.
Hey, man, I'm about to sell these calf muscles.
That's awesome, man. So, man, this is a great, wholesome conversation, man. I love chatting with you. I just want to use this space for you to let the people know where to find you, whether it's Instagram or all your social media platforms. If you got any businesses you want to promote, anything like that, and etc. This is just your time to speak to the people.
So if you want to follow me, my personal page is Eli the Ethiopian, ELYTHE Ethiopian, ETHIOPIAN. If you want to follow my photography page, that is shot SHOTX Eli ELY, shot by Eli. I haven't posted a lot of stuff on there as of recent because I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff, but definitely gonna try to, once COVID stuff happens, I'll definitely start doing some more photography. I want to shout out Hip Hop Book Club. It's a dope thing that I partner with. That we all work together. So what we do is we'll pick a classic album, break it down by influence, lyrics, production, and visuals.
Mm-hmm.
So before the COVID was going down, I think the last place we were doing it was House of Blues. So we were doing House of Blues, getting about like anywhere between 50 to 100 people coming through, discussing like, I think some of the albums we did were, we did a lot of Jay-Z albums, we did Kanye, we did Jeezy, we did a lot of albums. So you'll hear people's perspective on like what it meant to them, like at the time that it came out, like how it influenced them, what were their favorite features on the album, or their favorite production, their favorite music video, and just that kind of thing. Like just have people like just talk about the whole album. And so we've been doing that for about 2 to 3 years now. Once it pops off, once it we had NYU bring us out there to discuss My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Went to Oklahoma before, went University of North Texas bringing us out a couple of times, but super dope place. We actually went to Houston one time for someone had brought us out for Houston one time. So we're traveling, trying to make it a big thing. Have a little niche that no one else is doing with it.
That's dope, man. So I think, have you guys thought about taking that same concept and I guess flipping it to YouTube, anything like that?
We were. We actually, I think we had like somebody that was gonna allow us to go into like a studio and kind of do that, but it was more like we love the fan interaction. So like, we actually had like videos of people, like we had like a videographer there that would capture video. But you don't want to put that all out on what's called, because the fan interaction is kind of what brings it to life, type of stuff.
Yeah, I understand that. But hey, brother, man, this was great, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. And it was a good convo, man. I really appreciate it once again. This has been another episode of the Cue It Up podcast, man. I hope you have a blessed rest of the day. All right.
You too, brother. Appreciate it for having me.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.